you know, it's I think the best way to start this off would be, have you ever heard the town or the song "Rich Men of Richmond"? It's a guy right now. He's #1 trending on YouTube, right? This guy, man, this dude is dope, bro. Like he's like just like a old soul type of guy, but he doesn't really need all the attention. He's not even doing what he's doing for the attention. It's more of just to express how he feels. And it just so happened that a lot of other people out there were feeling the same way, right? So, man, yeah, that guy's dope, man. But you know, there's a lot of people out here struggling, man. You know, it's just a hard time. It's I don't know that it's ever been this bad. You know what I mean? And for me to be able to say that I've already made over 130,000 in 9 months is saying a lot. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I've been on the road for 11 months now, and I've only had 14 days of home time. Now, you know, I just so happen to be able to get with a great company, and you know what I mean. I just put my mind to it, and you know, say like, look, this is what I want to get to a level to where, you know, they say you need money to make more money, right? So my goal is just to get to a level to where I can use my money that I have to make money and to see profits in the short run, and not really have to wait such a long time for it. You know what I mean? But you know, I can say it's definitely possible, man. And you know, and I know a lot of people aren't willing or able to sacrifice all the time that I'll put into it this year. But at the same time, most success stories have a point of where you cut everything out of your life and you sacrifice it. You know, you sacrifice what you want to do. I sacrifice being with my friends. I sacrifice going to hanging out, partying in clubs. I sacrifice being around beautiful women, being in the company of beautiful women. I sacrifice my family, being around my family, my nieces, you know, my nephews, you know, things like that. I sacrificed, you know, I've sacrificed a lot, you know what I mean? But, you know, at the same time, before I was even a few years back, before I went to the oil field, you know, like I say, if you go see my old videos, I was homeless, you know what I mean? So that really just showed me, like, bruh, even if you don't have it, you're still gonna be alone. So, you know what I mean? So sacrifice whatever it is that you need, because the world's not gonna stop or get less expensive just because you're not financially in a place where you want to be, or you're not in high school anymore. There's not high school parties. All the kids around you aren't free-spirited because they're not having to take care of their own bills. You know what I mean? There's things that go into that. You know, feeling that freedom, that freedom that you felt in high school. You know what I mean? To just everybody, it was just the concern was, where's the party gonna be this weekend? Okay, if the cops come, where we gonna run to? You know what I mean? But you know, on a more serious note, though, the Richmond and Richmond, man, it just spoke to a lot of people's soul, man, and no matter what race, color, or religion background you come from, man, it's like when you some people that you can just, it's just God uses them, you know what I mean? And God uses a lot of people, you know what I mean? And you know, that's a beautiful thing about people. You know, God uses people, and you know what I mean? It doesn't matter if you're that homeless guy on the corner, or you stand on the top of a mansion, and, you know, overlooking anything and everything that you would ever want to see. You know what I mean? God can use both. You know what I mean? And that's why I never look down on anyone. I never feel like I'm better than anyone, because what do you have that makes you better than the next person? The only difference between you and that next person and your lifestyle are the decisions you made to get there. That's the only difference, man. And I feel like the only thing that makes you less valuable than the next person is thinking you're better than the next person, because you're not. And that's just the fact of it is. Only thing that separates you and the homeless man on the corner are the decisions that you made previously. That's the only difference, you know what I mean? Of course, in the way you treat people also, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Now, I was taught to treat the janitor with the same respect as I was taught to treat, you know, the waitress or the old lady in the store or the old man on the corner, or you know what I mean? That's just how I was. But you know, my grandmother was the janitor at one point. You know what I mean? But you know, growing up, we don't learn these social values until we get older. You know what I mean? And we don't learn these things until we get older. You know what I mean? So, as a kid, whether you were flipping on a mattress, like have you ever seen the movie Richie Rich? They didn't know the difference between Richie Rich and driving four-wheelers and flipping on a mattress. You don't learn that until you get older. But that's why money is so important. You know what I mean? And why people may feel like they're more valuable because they have money and they commit suicide when they lose it. You know what I mean? Because that lifestyle and those things that come with that lifestyle. You know what I mean? But when you know and you associate with good people and you understand that, yeah, we have these things, but these things don't make us. These things don't make me who I am. I am because of God. You know, I am because I am. And you know, just little things like that, man. I just like I said, I think back to one time I'm in the pool with a girl, and for some reason she asked me, "Do you think you're better than that?" Like, I'm like, she's like, you know, I think we were talking about thinking people were better than other people. She's like, well, what about that guy over there sitting alone? You think you're better than him? Absolutely not. Why would I be better than him? I might look different. I might be different than him, but there is a beautiful thing, and you a guy who God created you to be. You know what I mean? There's beauty in who God created you to be. You know what I mean? It might not be a necessary beauty that we might see portrayed on the television, but that doesn't mean that the person that may not be as attractive to you, and I don't mean you know to confuse what you're attracted to, just not having value, not seeing value in a person because you're not attracted to that person. No, absolutely not. That's not what I'm saying at all. Now, just because I think you're valuable doesn't mean I'm attracted to you in that way at the same time, if that makes sense. But, you know, long story short, you know, Richmond, and Richmond. You know what I mean? We're all going through our own storms, you know what I mean? But you know, when you can lend out a helping hand, lend it. You know what I mean? And understand that you have to do what you need to do to get to where you want to go. 9 times out of 10, nobody's going to give it to you. You know what I mean? Some people get lucky and hit the lottery, but those people are 1 in a trillion. You know what I mean? So just be willing to sacrifice what you need to get to where you need to be. And just because you're not on that jet ski and you're not on a boat, you're not in a mansion, you can't go take $20,000 out the bank, makes you no less valuable than that person that can't. That person just made decisions that you didn't, or may have had opportunities that you have yet to come across. You know what I mean? So don't ever devalue yourself based off of the next person. Just always want to be the best version of yourself. And people will love that about you, you know what I mean? No matter what you look like, you know what I mean? And that's, you know, and those that don't aren't for you, you know what I mean? And not everybody's going to be for you. It's never going to be that way, you know what I mean? So just always be the best person you could be, make the most out of your situations, and you know, and I don't know about your faith. Me personally, I know that I'm gonna do everything that I can in my willpower to succeed, and I'm gonna put the rest in God's hands. And that's the only thing I can do. You know what I mean? And understand, if it's not for me, it's not, and if it is, then it was. You know. But y'all take it easy out there, man. Keep your eyes on the road, my drivers. Watch your fuel, save your money, and keep rolling, baby. We rolling, and you know what I mean? It's got to get better, man. It has to, you know? All right, y'all.